Hi, welcome to our virtual open event. My name's Chloe and I'm part of the school liaison team at Blackburn College. My role really is to help you with your transition from year 11 to Blackburn College and really help you find the right course for you for when you leave school. So the first step of that really is deciding which route you want to take. So there's 3 different routes that you can take when you are looking at college, when you're looking at Blackburn College. They are A-levels, vocational and technical courses and apprenticeships. So I'm just going to talk through how they differ and help you get a better understanding of the 3 different routes. So A-levels are ideal if you want to choose 3 or 4 different subjects. So these are great really if you're still not quite sure what you want to do, because it does give you a little bit of a balance really. It does keep your options open for a little bit longer. Or they're great if you know a certain sort of career that you want to do, which for example medicine, and you need A-levels, then these are a really great study option for you. They are academic and they are 100% exam led, so at the end of the 2 years you would study for 2 years and then do an exam at the very end. They're great if you want to progress on to university, or you can go into employment afterwards, but a lot of our students after they studied A-levels then choose to go to university afterwards. You've got some of the subjects that you would study in school already at GCSE, so you have your traditional subjects like your maths, English and science, but you also have some that you might not have heard of yet, or you might not have had the chance to study yet. So this is where you can start to specify what you want to really study. So you've got things like politics, sociology. The full list of our A-levels are available for you to have a look on the website. So do go and have a look on there and see what each subject does really involve. Moving on, so you then got your vocational route. So your vocational route, these are really great qualifications if you know the industry that you want to go into. So they are industry-led qualifications, so you're picking up the skills and the knowledge right from day one. So for example, if you knew you wanted to go into nursing, then you could look at health and social care qualification. If you knew you wanted to do engineering, you could look at an engineering qualification. They are a mixture of practical style learning, a mixture of doing portfolio work, coursework, and doing some exams. But don't go into these qualifications thinking that there isn't any exam. A lot of vocational qualifications do have exams in there now. It's just they differ from the A-level route where it's 100% exam led. So you've got a mixture of classroom environment, but you've also got some practical hands-on style learning with your vocational options. Some of examples of the qualifications that you can study through a vocational qualification are things like what I've mentioned already, so health and social care, engineering, you've got your construction, trades, hair and beauty. So great if you know the industry that you want to go into. You can pick up the skills and knowledge right from when you leave school and then when you start your course at Blackburn College at 16. Finally, we have apprenticeships. So again, apprenticeships are a really good popular route now for a lot of young people. So an apprenticeship again is ideal if you know the industry that you kind of want to work in. So for example, if you want to become an accountant, you can look at an accountancy apprenticeship. The way they differ from vocational is that you would be getting paid. So if you want to go into the workplace straight away from when you're leaving school, if you don't want to go into college, if you want to go straight into earning, then this is a really good learning pathway for you. So you would be in the workplace for 4 days a week, and you'd be being trained in the workplace by an employer, and you would have an assessor that would come and assess you whilst you're in the workplace. You would then come to college for 1 day a week and study in our facilities and with our tutors as well on top of that. So you gain a qualification and you're earning money at the same time. So a really popular route now in terms of how to succeed and get on the career ladder straight away. We do have another chat with Emily, who works in the apprenticeship team later on in the event. And she will talk to you through the process of becoming an apprentice and how to find an apprenticeship and how to succeed through that. I'm just going to talk through the financial support now that we have and how the package has changed. So if you're looking to become a Blackburn College student when you leave school in year 11, then our financial support package offer is something that we've adapted, which really helps support you and it helps you as an individual. So if you feel that you need support in terms of you want to help with reduced travel pass, then that's where we will give you the funding. So we'll give you funding for a cheaper travel pass. If you want to change you feel like you need help with stationery, kit, uniform, anything that would help you with study materials, then we would fund it there. If you wanted to have support in terms of having reduced cost of meals or free meals, then we would give you the funding there. So we have changed and adapted our financial offer, and if you do want more information on that, then do give our student finance team a call. If you ring up our number 01254 292929, then they can give you some more information on the package offer and really find out how they can help you. Whilst you are a Blackburn College student, you can tap into other support resources. So you've got your careers team that you can tap into. So you will have a one-to-one chat with a careers advisor whilst you're on your course. So they will really help you with your next steps. So if whether that's going to university and you're wanting more tips on how to complete a personal statement, or interviews for your university place, or whether that's you wanting to go into a job after you've completed a course with us, then they will really help you with what you need and how to find what your best next step is. We also have the chaplain, who's a chaplain for all faiths, who runs sessions. We have prayer rooms on site for people to use. We also have our college cafes, which has Starbucks there for you to use as a Blackburn College student. And hopefully when you are in year 11, this is when you'll be, and we have open events again, you'll be able to come and have a look around and really see where you would be studying and have a look at our facilities and meet some of these team members. It will help again with your transition from school into college, and then and really help progress you from your steps after college. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Rachel Tarpley. I'm the assistant principal here at Blackburn College, and I look after the A-levels, which I'm going to be talking to you today about. So looking at different A-levels, a lot of people ask me why would we want to study A-levels compared to maybe a BTEC or an apprenticeship. But most people who want to do A-levels, they enjoy exams. There are people who actually enjoy taking exams rather than coursework. And a lot of the time, a lot of people are more academic and actually want to improve their reading, writing and research skills, and often want to go to university and progress into those higher level academic courses that are available. You can choose to study 3 or 4 A-levels here at Blackburn College. It does depend on your entry criteria. Most universities only want 3 A-levels, so we generally say that that's the standard programme. However, if you do want to add a 4th on, we will talk to you about that, and we can accommodate that if need be. The different A-levels that we offer range from anything from accounting through to sociology, politics, further maths, and everything in between really. We do have some what we call A-level equivalents, which you can study alongside your A-levels, which include criminology, financial studies, or sport. They are a certificate in those different subjects, but they're not necessarily seen any differently by the universities than part of your standard A-level study programme. A lot of people ask why would they want to come and do A-levels here at Blackburn College rather than a 6th form, and it's a really good question. Most people, when they come to do A-levels at college, is because they like the environment and they want to be treated like an adult. And however, they do want to study those academic programmes just like they would do if they stayed at school. We do add extra bits to you here at college in your A-level programme, including things like our High Achievers programme. We have a dedicated person who is our High Achievers coordinator. That's if you are a grade, a B grade student, or a grade 9 or 8 in your GCSEs, and you're aiming for the top Russell Group universities, or Oxford or Cambridge, or you want to study medicine or dentistry or pharmacy or any of those very, very high level courses, we will dedicate somebody to you to help support you and guide you through those applications and achieve those top grades that you really want to do. We also offer an East Lancashire Acceleration Programme, which is masterclasses run by local universities. We offer help and guidance through things like the MCAT tests, which is the admissions service to go through to medical school, and the aptitude testing. And we also can offer extended project qualifications and additional qualifications if you want to do those to add to your CV. We have really proud to say that we get good results here. We had a 100% pass rate in 21 out of 22 subjects last year, which is fantastic, and the high grades are going up. We like to celebrate success, and you'll see from the presentation that we've got some case studies of our top achievers from this year who've just left. So we've got Merle on there. Merle was at Ribblesdale previously. And she studied media studies, history and English language, and she got an A star and 2 A's, fantastic results, and we're very, very proud of Merle. She's gone on to Leeds University, and she is a credit to us and a credit to Ribblesdale as well, and when she came to us, she studied really hard and she was rewarded for that with her fantastic results. Same for Finlay. Finlay was at Darwin Vale before he came to us here at Blackburn College. And again, he studied biology, chemistry and maths. He got an A star and 2 A's, and he's going on to study creative writing. There's lots of misconceptions about studying A-levels at college, that you won't get the good grades or you might not get into the top universities. Well, I can certainly assure you that you can. They are some of the universities that we get students into. Those change every single year. And we absolutely support every university application to whichever university you desire, and we will hopefully get you there with a lot of hard work from yourself and us to support you to get to where you want to go. We have guaranteed places at our own university centre here. We do have the options for some of the degrees to go right through from your A-levels and stay here on site and study through to your degree. We are in partnership with Lancaster University. It's one of the top 10 universities in the country. And a lot of students do progress through if they don't want to go off to university for whatever reason. Some people want to stay in Blackburn, some people want to stay local, some people just enjoy it so much here that they don't want to leave. So we do have quite a number of advantages for staying here at the university, which are things like small class sizes. We've got award-winning staff that work in our university centre. We have lower tuition fees, which is often quite beneficial for some students, and you don't have to go into expensive halls of residence. So you can stay at home, you can have mum's cooking, you can continue your studies and still get a Lancaster degree at the end of it. That is a picture of our world-class campus. We're really proud of our buildings and our campus here at Blackburn College. We do have a dedicated sixth form here at Blackburn College, which is where you would study your A-levels. It's a fantastic building. It's a St Paul's building. So all classes would be in there. We even have our own courtyard cafe where you could go and have your lunches and your breaks in there. Across the campus, though, it doesn't mean you can't go into any of the other buildings. If you come to sixth form, you do have that advantage of going anywhere across any of the facilities, including into the university centre if that's where you wish to go and study, or just use the library or some quiet study space. We've got about 3,000 computers on site, 600 different tablets, so computer tablets, and 12,000 books, because people still use books, and A-level students still definitely use textbooks for their studies. We do have two libraries, one for in the Beacon Centre and one in the University Centre, but you get all of the books and resources that you need as part of your course. We do have a sports and leisure centre here on campus, and again, a lot of students use that, and lots of different restaurants and cafes, but as I said, most of my A-level students use the Courtyard Cafe because it's right in their building. The Blackburn Advantage Scheme, this is something that the college offers in terms of the advantages and benefits for coming to study here. We have free or very low cost travel passes, which often is a good thing for parents and guardians to know about, whether or not they can actually get here to college. We do have those available. We have free breakfasts as well in our cafes if people come before 8:15. We have scholarships available for students who meet certain criteria, and again, everybody is available to apply for those. Free kit and uniform, although for A-levels we don't necessarily have that much kit and uniform because obviously they're academic and mostly classroom based. However, if you are studying things like science and you require lab coats or goggles or any of the other PPE, those would be provided for you. Student discount, as part of the college community, you would be eligible for an NUS card and be able to get student discounts in the local shopping centres and across the country. You can access your student dashboard so you can see how you're doing at home, check your attendance, check your timetable, check how you're doing in your assignments. Parents can also do that as well. They can log on to the parent portal. And we also offer free Microsoft Office 365 to support you with your studies on any of your own devices. Plenty of support for you here at the college, including career advice and guidance, course advice and guidance, progression, UCAS destinations, university help and support. We also have safeguarding and pastoral support, dedicated members of staff for either of those, which are often really helpful to help when you're just struggling a little bit maybe with your studies. We've got people who can help you. We have special educational needs and disability support. If you're coming from school with a healthcare plan or you need additional learning support, we can offer all of that exactly like school. People often think that you don't, and we absolutely can. We also have a chaplaincy for all faiths. He works on behalf of all faiths here at the college, so we can support all religions and beliefs. So that's it really from me in terms of A-levels and what it looks like here at Blackburn College. We do have a question and answer session, and we've got a couple of questions that have already been submitted. I will now try and answer a couple of those. The first one was from Millie and Kyra. Do you offer a criminology A-level? We do offer criminology as part of the A-level package. Yes, we do. It's extremely popular. It was new this year. And we have a fantastic tutor who teaches them, Chris. And it is a certificate in criminology. So it's not an A-level in the standard sense, but it is seen as an A-level from a university application point of view, UCAS point of view, points point of view. You still take an exam, but you also do coursework along that criminology because it's important to be able to prove your research skills as part of criminology. Second question is from Iman. Is it possible for me to take 2 A-levels and a BTEC at the same time? Yes, again, that's a possibility. It depends on which subjects and things like that you want to do, but we do support hybrid programs, we would call them, where you've got BTECs and A-levels as part of that. We would always try and advise you, depending on what your outcome would be, so what you're actually trying to achieve from that. So if you, for example, some students who want to go and do physiotherapy at university might do a sports BTEC with biology, or we've got some students who want to go into clinical psychology, so they might do an applied science with psychology. We've got a number of combinations that you can do to support you with that, so the answer, I suppose, is yes. Aisha's asked a question saying, do you offer A-level geography or languages? Languages, no, we haven't had very much requests for languages over the last few years, which is sad really, because we have done them in the past, and they did used to be quite popular. We took languages off our offer a couple of years ago. Geography is what we call a demand-led A-level. So a demand-led means if we get enough people asking for geography and applying for geography, we can put geography A-level on. We didn't run geography last year because we didn't get enough people who wanted to do it. But we've actually had quite a few people in the various open days we've had so far, actually. So it's looking likely that we will have geography on next year, yes. Caitlin asks, how many A-levels can I take? Like I said at the start of the presentation, 3 is our usual study programme because that's what the universities would ask for. However, if you've got a particular desire and the right academic ability to cope with 4, then you can take 4. And we've even had students who take 4 with an EPQ, the extended project qualification on top of that. So that's a possibility as well. But again, we always would advise, depends on what your destination is and what you want as your outcome. I'd rather you get 3 A grades in 3 subjects than 4 C grades, because you were diluting yourself in your study time along 4 A-levels when really you need those A grades. But it is completely individual. We will speak to you as an individual for your study programme. If it's the right thing for you, then we will look certainly at it for you. Amina has asked, do you have a virtual tour? Yep, hopefully you've seen that through the online open day. You'll see the different tour facilities and the 3D scans through, so have a look at those. Check those out, they're really good. And then Jane's question, how do I apply for A-level courses? I've found it a bit confusing. Hopefully not that confusing, Jane, now once you've had a look through the website and through the open day. We've got big red buttons that say apply now. For A-levels, you would apply for the 3 subjects that you're interested in. Once you click apply on one of those subjects, then you get to fill the rest of the information in once you go through the website and the application unit. But if you get it wrong, don't worry. For A-levels, we get lots of people who apply for 3 subjects, and then when they come to interview, they say they've changed their mind and they want to change subjects. That's okay. We can do that right up until the day that you start. We can change those subjects around if need be. But we will always advise and guide you on the best thing, depending on what you want to do in the future. That's the main thing for you. That concludes all the questions that I've got so far. If you've got any more, please submit them and we can answer them. Hopefully you found it useful and a little bit of an insight into A-levels here at Blackburn College. Thank you very much.
Okay, so hi everyone, and welcome to this talk on apprenticeships with Blackburn College. I'm here to talk you through how an apprenticeship works and how you get onto the course. My job at the college is working in the apprenticeship recruitment team. So what I do is I help students match with an employer and so they can enrol onto the course. So I'll talk you through what an apprenticeship is in a nutshell. So an apprenticeship, it's like a work-based qualification. So you'll only come into college for 1 day a week to do your studying, and then for 4 days a week, you'll work with an employer. So you'll actually be in the workplace. You will do between 30 and 40 hours a week working. So it very much is like you're leaving school, you're leaving education, and you're entering the world of work. There's a lot of benefits that come with that. So you're earning a wage whilst you're studying. So you get to have a wage of a minimum of £4.15 an hour. That is for anyone who's 16 to 18 years old. If you're over the age of 18, you get £4.15 an hour, and then after 12 months on the course, the wage does go up to the national minimum wage for your age. As well as having that wage whilst you're working, it's also like you're picking up skills a lot quicker than you might do when you're on a course. So you're actually in the workplace, you're going to have someone from the college giving you work to do and showing you what to do, but also you're going to get real life skills and picking those up from your employer whilst you're in work. If you know exactly what career you want to do, this is the right kind of course to study. So you could start working in a nursery. If you wanted to get into childcare, for example, you can start working in a nursery straight away, work through a level 2 and a level 3 qualification, and then once you've done those 2 qualifications, you could be fully employed by that nursery and in full-time work, and that'd be, by the age of 19 that you're doing that. A practical way of working in the workplace is beneficial. You can start working on your CV as soon as you leave school, and then, when you're looking for jobs in the future, you've got that work experience that you can say is relevant to any job that you're applying for. So why would you choose Blackburn College to study at? So at the moment we are rated good for apprenticeships by Ofsted. We're also the top 10 college in England for 16 to 18-year-old advanced apprenticeship success. We're the top college in Lancashire for all ages for apprenticeship success, and we work with over 3,000 employers. So we do have a lot of employers that we are constantly working with, and we have some big name employers in the local area like Bowker BMW, PM&M, so some really good companies that we can try and match you with for the apprenticeship. We also have a wide range of apprenticeships on offer. So I'll just talk you through, what subject areas we actually cover. So we have business apprenticeships. So under the business bracket, you could have business administration. So if you want to work in an office environment, you could be working on a reception in a business. You could be dealing with customers. You could be doing filing, data inputting, working on computers. We have an accounting apprenticeship, which is very popular. So if you do see yourself as having a career as an accountant, it is a really good option to study. We also have human resources, which is a popular career path for a lot of people. And we also cover manager degree apprenticeships. So they're at a higher level. But if you start off on a business admin or an accounting apprenticeship, you can work your way up onto a manager degree at some point. We also have childcare apprenticeships. So this would be either working in a nursery, which is our early years apprenticeship, and we also have a teaching assistant apprenticeship, which is very popular. So if you wanted to get into a career of working as a teacher, you could start as a teaching assistant apprentice in a school, and you can actually be able to work in a class with a teacher. You'll get some really good skills from doing that, and then once you've done that qualification, you could progress into doing a PGCE. We have construction apprenticeships, so we have quite a few under construction. If you wanted to get into, say, bricklaying, joinery, plumbing, engineering, these are all the construction ones that we offer. The construction area is very popular, but I would say it's one of our more difficult areas to get into. If you did really want to become an apprentice, for example, in plumbing, you've got to look at certain things like your English and maths. So if you're, say, in school at the moment and you're doing your GCSEs, you'd really want to be concentrating on your English and maths, making sure you're revising, because once you're starting to look for an employer, those employers are going to be looking for the candidates who have a high standard of maths and English. The same goes for electrical installation. You know, you're going to be dealing with a lot of maths in that job, so it's something that you'd need to be aware of. But obviously, if you did get into those areas, it's a good way to get into that career. They are very practical courses anyway. So if you get to do it as an apprenticeship, you know, you're going to be picking up things a lot quicker than if you did a full-time course. And you'd be working, obviously, with someone who's got years of experience who can train you. We also have hair and beauty apprenticeships. These are a really popular area. So that comes under barbering, beauty therapy and hairdressing. A lot of students, you know, they can go into hairdressers, start doing a level 2 apprenticeship. After 2 years, you'll get your level 2 qualification, then you could progress onto a level 3 hairdressing course. Once you've finished those level 2 and level 3 qualifications, you're fully qualified, and you know, you could either be self-employed, start working for yourself as a hairdresser, or you could go into a salon and work full-time. So as soon as you've done your apprenticeship, you know, you can really enter the world of work straight away with a lot of experience behind you. We have motor vehicle apprenticeships on offer. We have housing, so if you wanted to work in estate agents, and we also have health and social care. So under health and social care, you've got our adult care worker apprenticeship. So if you see yourself working in a care home, in a residential home, looking after people, that's a really good career opportunity to follow. 'Cause like I say, the apprenticeship is a very practical qualification, and something like adult care, you want to pick that up practically. We do have some success stories that you might be interested in. So, for example, we've got a student who's recently done his AAT Accounting Level 3 apprenticeship with a company called PM&M. They are quite local and they take on quite a few apprentices with us each year. Now, James, he's successfully completed his Level 3 AAT qualification, and now he's progressing on to the Level 4 Accountancy apprenticeship. He was actually the first student who achieved a distinction in the new AAT Accountancy apprenticeship. It's a really well-recognised qualification as well, so it's something that's really useful for James to put on his CV, and it looks really good if he's applying for jobs with companies. Now, I'll just talk you through how the application process works. So it's a little bit different for apprenticeships than it is for full-time courses. So what you'll still want to do is submit an application for the apprenticeship that you want. You can do that through our college website. So if you go onto the college website, you'll find that there's a search bar. You can search for all the apprenticeships we have available. Once you've found the course that you want, so say it's motor vehicle, for example, click on apply, fill in all of your details, and those details will come through to our team. What we'll do is we'll have a look at your application and then we'll contact you and arrange an initial assessment. So something really important to mention is that to secure your place on the apprenticeship, you need to do 2 things. So firstly, you need to pass that initial assessment, and then the second thing is that you need to secure an employer. So the initial assessment, it will consist of an English and maths online assessment. You'll complete all the questions online and we will check your scores for you. Now, every different subject has different entry requirements. As I've mentioned before, plumbing has quite high entry requirements. So for that, you'd need to get a high English and maths score. Hair and beauty, childcare, business, all of these have different entry requirements. So it's our job to have a look at the assessment results that you get and decide if you're eligible to do that apprenticeship. If you don't meet the entry requirements for the course, what we'll do is we can still work with you, but we'll refer you to other teams for support. So it could be that we refer you to the full-time team, or we refer you to other teams who could help with your English and math skills. If you do pass the initial assessment, you'll also then have an interview with a member of our team. So we'll get to know you a little bit more, kind of find out what type of job you would like, what type of career you see yourself doing. And we get all of that information so that when we're looking for an employer for you, we can match you with the employer that's going to fit you best, and will help you get the apprenticeship. So as I said as well, the second thing that you'll need to do is secure an employer for the course. Now, it's not something that you'll have to do alone. We can help you find an employer. It does depend on the subject area, how easy it can be to get an employer in place. So say if it's hair and beauty you're interested in, there's so many salons out there. You know, you could be looking at multiple salons, you could be handing your CV out, and you know, it could be that you get quite a few interviews and an employer will take you on, you know, after just maybe a few weeks of looking. It's not always like that. Some of the tougher areas, say construction, you've got a lot of employers out there, but there's also a lot of students wanting to do the apprenticeship. So if there is a vacancy with an employer, there's going to be a lot of students looking at the same employer and applying for the same job. The things you can do to make yourself stand out are start working on a CV as soon as possible. So even whilst you're doing your GCSEs, if you're at GCSE age, make sure you're working on a CV, filling in with any details that you've done. So say you've done a work placement with school, you could put that on. If you've done any extracurricular activities like Duke of Edinburgh, put that on your CV as well. All of those things will make you stand out to an employer when they're looking through quite a lot of CVs. As well as you handing your own CV out to employers, we do have a bank of employers as well who we will try and match you with. So, for example, as I've mentioned before, companies like Bowker BMW, PM&M, you know, we work with those companies and we'll try and get you an interview with that company. You'd pass the interview stage with the employer, and once that's all done and they've said they'll take you on as an apprentice, that's when we'll get you signed up onto the course. Now, there are kind of different things to think about. So say that you found your own employer, say that you went out, handed your CV out to a salon and they said they wanted to take you on. You'd still get in touch with us to let us know you found someone, and we'd do our checks at that point. So we'd make sure it's a safe place for you to work. There's a health and safety assessment that need to take place. And we'd also run through the qualification with the employer and make sure that what the employer offers is going to fit the apprenticeship qualification. And once we've done all those checks, we'll get you enrolled onto the apprenticeship. If you're in year 11 at the moment and doing your GCSEs, the earliest that you could start doing an apprenticeship is the 1st of July. And then from that point, you know, July and August onwards, we'll start enrolling people onto the apprenticeship, ready for the classes starting in September. I believe we have a couple of questions from students, so I'll just answer the questions. So a question from Will is that I am interested in getting an apprenticeship in the construction industry. Can you help? So this is a really good question and something that I have mentioned already, but I'll just go into it a bit further. So as I've said, it can be sometimes difficult getting an apprenticeship in the construction industry. Like I said before, there's a lot of employers out there, but there's going to be a lot of competition from other students to get those employers. I think the key thing is making yourself stand out. So if you know of anyone, or maybe if you could ask your parents if they know anyone who works in construction, what I would recommend is getting some work experience as soon as possible. So, you know, if you know anyone who you could just maybe do some Saturday work with, or maybe just an afternoon here and there, try and get something on your CV to show that you've already tried to get a little bit of experience and that you know that this is the area that you want to work in. Another thing to do is on your CV, have a personal statement. So on your personal statement, you're going to write something like, I'm really interested in working in plumbing. I want to be a plumber. I've always wanted to be a plumber. You can, you know, mention that you know someone who's a plumber. But things like that are going to make you stand out when you know, you've got maybe 30 other students also applying for the same vacancy. We've got a question from Zachariah. Is it better to do a 2-year course than an apprenticeship, or just go straight into an apprenticeship? Well, the good thing about the apprenticeship is you do hit the ground running with this type of course. So you can start working with a company, and then at the same time you're going to start coming into college for your 1 day a week. So you're going to come into college and you're going to be learning some techniques and some skills, but then the day after the college day, you're going to go into work and you're going to be able to put those skills into practice straight away. And you're not just going to get training from the college, you're going to get training from your employer as well. And that's actual, you know, real life skills that they're going to be teaching you that are going to be really helpful for you in the future when you're applying for other jobs. sometimes it can be a tough course because you are going straight into the working world, but it's the benefits from doing an apprenticeship that are really useful for you. So thank you for your time today, and just remember that if you do have any questions, we're here to help. You can contact the apprenticeship team, and all our contact details are on the college website. Thank you.
Welcome to our virtual open event. I'm Ben Taylor, I'm Head of Marketing at Blackburn College, and this is Chloe Williams. Chloe is part of our school liaison team. So this is the first of 2 times that we're going to be with you tonight, answering your questions live, questions that you've submitted as part of our virtual open event. So the idea is that you can still submit questions during the virtual chat, and anything that's been sent to us today we're going to answer live during part of this event and hopefully give you the responses that you need. Okay, so the first question has been submitted by Bradley, and Bradley wants to know what the best way of becoming an architect is. So Chloe, how can you help Bradley?
Okay, Bradley, so to become an architect you can look at a few different subjects and a couple of different routes. So the first route you can look at is maybe doing A-levels, and some A-level subjects that you might want to look at studying are your sciences like maths and physics. We also have a level 3 qualification in professional build, and a professional build qualification covers lots of things in technical construction and leads to lots of technical construction careers, one of those being to become an architecture. Some of the routes that you could look at as well, you could maybe look at doing an art A-level. You could also look at maybe doing graphic design and going down a more design-led route. But I always say do have a look at individual universities' websites and have a look at their entry requirements, because some may prefer the A-level route, some may allow you to do the a level 3 extended diploma route. So do have a look at universities' websites if you've got a specific university in mind that you want to go to.
Okay, thank you, Chloe. So we've also received a question from Leslie. Leslie clearly likes animals because she is looking at studying zoology at university. But what she wants to know is what other subjects she should study at A-levels, what subjects she should study at A-levels, but also what jobs there might be after university if she studies zoology.
Okay, so first off, the subjects that you could study again really are your sciences. So you can look at sciences at A-level, preferably looking at biology, and you could also look at applied sciences, applied science level 3. Again, like what I said to Bradley, do have a look on on university websites, because some would prefer the A-level route and some would prefer, some would accept the level 3 applied science route. So do have a look at some sort of jobs that you can go into if you wanted with a zoology degree outside of working from the zoo. You could look at maybe wildlife management, you could go into research, you could look at conservation, so really if maybe like we're conserving habitats for endangered species, lots of those sorts of routes that you would go into after doing a zoology degree. So really looking at helping animals and working with animals afterwards.
Okay, so we hope that helps you, Leslie. We've also received a question from Zara, and Zara wants to know what the best way of becoming a pharmacist is.
Okay, so Zara, he wanted to look at to become a pharmacist, and then again the most preferable route is looking at your A-level route and doing your sciences. Make sure you're covering chemistry as one of those subjects. Again, like what I've said to the others, do always check on university websites, but the most preferred route again is to do the A-level route. Some universities will accept your applied science route, but mainly you're looking at an A-level route there to become a pharmacist, an actual pharmacist.
Okay, thank you, Chloe. We've also received a question from Caitlin. So Caitlin wants to know how she would go about joining the police. So I think Caitlin wants to become a police officer and wants to know what the best way of doing that is.
Okay, so we have a level 3 public services course, and a lot of our students from the level 3 public services course go on to do policing. This is a really good course. You may get to look at professional policing powers, legal system. So the level 3 public service is a really popular route for students that want to go and do policing. You would then go and do a policing degree afterwards, so a professional policing degree. But there's actually also some apprenticeships now in policing. That would be through the Northwest. So once you've completed your level 3, you can go on to do professional policing apprenticeships. Or you can go and do the degree route as well if you wanted to. You could still do your A-levels if you wanted to do your A-levels. So you can study A-levels at subjects that you might like. So you could study things like criminology A-level, you could look at law A-level. So you could still kind of keep in that legal sector and then go and do your professional policing degree afterwards. So 2 different routes there for you if you're looking at policing.
Okay. We've also received a question from Joshua, Chloe. And Joshua wants to become a doctor in the future. So he wants to know what the best A-levels are for him, but he also wants to know if there's a course he can do alongside his A-levels that will help him.
Okay, so yes, so medicine is a highly competitive career to get into, and you really do have to be looking at your A-level sciences for that. Most universities will want you to do 2 sciences, looking at mainly biology and chemistry, but some will a lot of universities also accept maths as a science now, so you really want to be looking at studying your separate sciences, and then you could maybe look at maths as a third A-level, or you could just do your all 3 sciences if you wanted to. We also have a pre-medical degree, so that's something that you can do alongside your A-levels. The pre-medical degree gives you extra UCAS points for when you're applying to university. It's basically a project that you would have to research and get involved in, and it's a really medical research project. So a topic within medicine that you'd go away, research, and then write a report on that. Something that universities really like to look for medicine students, that they really want medicine students that do get involved in extracurricular things. You would meet David Jones, who is our High Achievers Coordinator, and he runs loads of different programs for our high achievers, looking at extended projects, the pre-medical degrees that I just mentioned there, lots of work experience which is related to your degree, and they will really help you with your interview practice if you was going to look at when you're going to your university interviews. So you will meet David Jones, our High Achievers Coordinator, when you enrol at Blackburn College.
Okay, and we've got one final question to go through in this session. Of course, as I said, we will be doing more questions later in the evening. But we've had a question from Amber, and I reckon that her question will apply for lots and lots of Year 10 students, or lots and lots of students that are thinking of joining college. So Amber's a bit worried that she might not get her maths GCSE, and what she wants to know is whether she can still study her maths GCSE at college alongside her course.
So yes, so if you don't achieve your GCSE grade 4 in Maths and English, then you will be required to complete your Maths and English GCSE whilst you're at college alongside your course. But do bear in mind, if you're looking at doing something, if you want to do A-levels, then you do need Maths GCSE and English GCSE at grade 4 to be able to study A-levels. There's also some level 3 extended diplomas where you'd need both your Maths and English GCSE grade 4, so really do try and work hard to get those whilst you're in school, but don't worry if you feel like you're going to miss out on those and you won't quite get those, then you will be able to resit those whilst you're a college student alongside your course.
Okay, so thank you for joining us. As I said, we will be back later with more of your questions. In the meantime, please still do use the online chat function and type your question into the YouTube account. We will try and get back to all of you, but we will see you later with more of your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, my name's Rachel Tarpley. I'm the Assistant Principal here at Blackburn College. I'm here today to tell you a little bit more about our brand new exciting development, which is our new Blackburn Sixth Form. A lot of people have asked us what is our new Blackburn Sixth Form, and I'm here to tell you all about what our new offer is, what it might look like, and all of the brand new exciting facilities that we have. We're opening it in September 2021, which means that the new applicants that are applying for Sixth Form now actually will be in our brand new Sixth Form building. This is an extension to our current St Paul's Sixth Form building, so if you have been to one of our open days and you've been into our St Paul's building, you won't recognise it come September, because that's where our new exciting extension's going. Our new social space, our new computer rooms, our new cafe area, our new study areas, new reception area, and even a new entrance, so you won't recognise it when you come back in September. We have a new academic ethos around the building, very much around making sure that you get to where you want to go. We are doing a 5-day timetable, work experience, and lots of enrichment opportunities, like a Sixth Form that you might recognise from school, but with a college twist on it. A lot of people want to know why they want to choose Blackburn Sixth Form. Well, we have got a huge selection of new subjects available for you, including criminology, accounts, economics. We have all of the traditional ones as well, so if you are an English student or a history student, we've got those as well. They're not going anywhere. We've got our fantastic new professional pathways. Now what this is that we really want to give you the best opportunity if you want to go into any of the medical fields. So if you want to be a radiographer, a pharmacist, a physiotherapist, a radiotherapist, occupational therapist, histologist, cytologist, and many, many more different medical professions. We've got lots of science courses and allied health professional courses that would get you to go on to any of those careers. We have our business professional pathway, so if you particularly are interested in law, in marketing, in accountancy, you want to open your own business and be an entrepreneur, we absolutely have the courses there for you as well. And a lot of people ask about work experience with those. We work with loads and loads of different companies, both locally and regionally, which we would give you the opportunity to try out some of those different occupations. So whether it be in a solicitor's, whether it be at the hospital, whether it be in a local pharmacy in your community, we've got all those links and we're happy to help and give you that opportunity to have a go. We have enrichment activities going on in Sixth Form as well. So whether it's debate club, whether it's the maths Olympiads, whether it's the law club, whatever it is that you want to do, we've got lots of different enrichment opportunities. This all adds up to a fantastic Sixth Form study experience for you. In terms of progression and what we are going to do after Sixth Form, it might seem a long way off yet, but actually we start thinking about that fairly early on, because we want you to achieve your dreams and onto the university or the employer that you want to work for. So we have lots of different routes into higher education, and that might be looking at your different options that you're taking, right from choosing your different subjects, looking at the different extra bits that you might want to add on to your course. That might be doing a professional course, so an introduction to teaching course, for example. We can offer those, or a pre-medical course, we can offer those as well. We have links with all of the universities around the UK, especially the local ones as well. So if you do want to go to Lancaster, University of Manchester, Imperial College London, Portsmouth, Scotland, wherever, we've sent students to those universities. Some of the best universities in the country, one might say, including our own university centre here at Blackburn. So even if you don't want to go out of the area and you want to stay at home, get rid of all of those debts, not have to pay for accommodation, not move away, we have Lancaster degrees right here on campus at our university centre as well. If you don't want to look at university and you want to look at a higher level apprenticeship, we've had students go and work for KPMG, PricewaterhouseCoopers. We've had lots of accountancy higher apprenticeships as well, so we've got those on offer, and again we can help and support you to look for those different options. Or it might be that you want to just go straight into work, and again our careers team can help you with all of that. We are really successful here at sixth form, and we only expect to get much better as the new sixth form opens. This year we had a 100% pass rate in 21 different A-level subjects. We had an overall pass rate in everything that we offer in sixth form of 99.7%, which we are extremely proud of. We want you to come and join us. We want you to be part of our brand new sixth form, and we really look forward to you joining us in September 21. If you are interested, you just have to apply using our website. Click on the brand new logo for Blackburn sixth form to apply for it. Have a look at all of the different things that we offer, and we hope to see you in September. Thank you.
What'll happen next year? If you're coming to the end of year 10, you might be wondering what the next 12 months will hold for you. There's lots to think about. GCSEs, exams, not to mention COVID. But one thing we don't want you to worry about is your place at Blackburn College. Here's what will happen next year. In October and November 2021, we'll hold open events when you can come and look around, meet tutors, see our campus, and get a proper feel for what studying at Blackburn College is really like. It'll then be time to choose a course. It doesn't matter if you can't work out if it's going to be public services or travel and tourism. We'll help you choose the right course for your career. It'll then be time to apply. You can apply online using our dedicated online application process. Applying is easy and our team and your school careers advisor will help you. We'll hold an interview for your course after you've applied. This will probably be between December and April. Interviews sound scary, right? Don't worry though. It's a great opportunity for you to ask us questions or find out more about studying at Blackburn College. Finally, once you've been offered and accepted a place, you can enrol. You don't do that until you've got your GCSE results in August, but your place at college will be secure and will have everything in place to make sure your start at Blackburn College goes swimmingly.
Hello to you all. My name is Caroline Bracewell and I'm the Head of Higher Education here at Blackburn College, and we are Blackburn University Centre. Did you know that we actually award most of our degrees by the UK Top 10 Lancaster University? We're also partnered with the University of South Wales and UCLAM. Because we are attached to Blackburn College, we can offer things such as smaller class sizes, which means more one-to-one time, and that wraparound support from your tutors. We're also in a position to offer lower tuition fees, lower than most other universities. That means you're going to graduate with lower student debt. There are no expensive halls of residence fees. That's going to save you a small fortune, trust me. We also work with a wide range of employers. That means we can offer you work placements. This boosts your CVs and ultimately your graduate employability. There's also generous financial support packages. This could be up to £1,000 a year, and trust me, that's going to go a long way. There are opportunities to study full-time or part-time. This can fit in around your existing commitments. So, Lancaster University, they are ranked 8th in the Complete University Guide of League Tables for 2021. The National Student Survey for 1920 suggests that at Blackburn University Centre, 85% of our students are satisfied with the quality of the course. This exceeds the national benchmark of 82%. We're exceeding the rest of the country's universities. 85% of our students state that they've received helpful comments on their work. The national benchmark is 77%. Marking and assessment has been fair. 83% of our students agreed. Again, this is 9% up on national benchmark of 74%. And good advice was available when I needed to make study choices on my course. 83% of our students agreed versus the 76% national benchmark. As you can see, our own students are telling everybody that Blackburn University Centre is actually above the national benchmark when it comes to their opinions. So let's have a look at the courses and the qualifications that you could study. There are degrees with foundation entry, if you are perhaps returning to study or you have lower UCAS points. There are HNCs and HNDs if 1 and 2 year courses are actually what you need just to progress. Again, there are the foundation degrees, which are the work-based elements of higher education. There are our traditional 3-year honours degrees leading into the master's degrees that we do have. We have a selection of degree apprenticeships if working alongside your qualification is the thing that you want to do to get back into education. And we have a large suite of professional qualifications that once you are in the workplace, how you maintain that professionalism, ensuring that you are up to date with everything that your sector needs. So what do we offer programmes of study in? A wide range, anything from accounting to animation and games art, disability studies with inclusive practice across to fine art. You can consider psychology, sports coaching, social care and wellbeing. A number of key subject disciplines are offered here at Blackburn University Centre. So what does the financial support package look like? There are some exclusive University Centre bonus. £500 for your Access to Study Fund and £500 study bonus for full-time eligible students each year. And obviously, this can be spoken about more as you apply for the programmes. So how do we support you? I've already talked about the NSS results and what our students are saying about us. So let me expand on that a little bit more. There's pastoral support, making sure that you have got everything you need in terms of your studies and helping you to achieve. There's careers advice. This is before, during and after your studies, making sure that you're on the right programme, you are studying the right qualifications and what you can then go on to do with these qualifications. It's important to us that you do get a job following your studies. Financial advice. Obviously, taking the decision to come into higher education is a really, really important one, and ensuring that your finances are in the right place is just as important to us. So we have a really dedicated financial services team that can help you with that. And of course, the disability services. If there are things that you need to talk to us about that could be a barrier to your learning, all disability services are available to you. Student engagement team. So the student engagement team are a really proactive team who are here to help you whilst you are studying at Blackburn University Centre. And they offer things like support with academic writing skills, preparing you for those exams, stress management, dissertation support, some proofreading skills, all the skills that you need to actually succeed academically. They're going to help you organise your time. So what do our graduates do? It never fails to impress me what our graduates go on and do once they have left us at the University Centre. And there is a wide range of successful careers. Many case studies are available for you to understand. Many secure employment immediately after graduating, and some even actually gain paid employment during their work placement. Okay, so we've had some questions coming in. We have a question from Stephen. At present, I'm doing a level 3 barbering diploma at Blackburn College and would like to go on to be a barber tutor. Which is the best route? Would it be by doing a PGCE? Hi, Stephen. Based on your level 3 barbering diploma, the best route for you would to be looking at a Cert HE in education. That can be offered here at the University Centre, and it is a full-time opportunity or a part-time opportunity, and you would need a teaching placement alongside that. We have a question coming from Jeanette. What postgraduate options do you offer for law? Hi, Jeanette. We have an LLM, which is validated by the University of South Wales. It's a very popular programme, and it's offered both full-time and part-time. Part-time is a more popular route because it means that you can also work alongside your studies. Question from Paul. I recently lost my job because of COVID and I want to come back to study. What career experience would be enough to get on a programme if I don't have formal qualifications? Hi, Paul. I am really sorry that obviously you've been impacted by COVID, just like so many others in this area. I think the really, really important thing to do is get a careers appointment with our teams here in the hub at the college. It's about looking at what experiences you've gained through the workplace, how transferable they are into education, making sure that you're getting on at the right start point, but also really importantly, what is it that you want to do next? You know, where will this degree lead you? Because that's the really important thing, getting that advice, putting you on the right programme and making sure that you've got the right skills and attribute to get to the actual graduate career that you're looking for. Thanks for attending, everybody. Some really, really good, some really pertinent questions there, so I hope I've managed to answer everything. Anything else that you need, please do drop us a line. We can speak to you directly and get the solutions that the answers that you do need for your questions. Thanks very much, everyone, and I look forward to receiving your applications.
I'm Melissa McConnell and I am 34 years old and I am currently working within the community for the local authority. At the beginning, when I decided to retrain, I sat down with my volunteers coordinator and she gave me a 5-year plan. What do I want to do and where do I want to be at the end of 5 years? And basically I retrained my GCSEs, went on to college and then obviously went on to do my degree at Blackburn University Centre. When I got the call, I was shocked at first because I thought they were calling me back. And I was in my garden and I remember looking up at the sky thinking, okay, don't get, could be bad news here, but obviously they offered me the job and I cried. And she's like, oh no, are you okay? I was like, I'm fine, I'm just really happy, thank you.
My name is Richard Bulcock. I'm currently 52 and I'm a building surveyor. I felt it was the right time to retrain because my children were older, a couple had left home to universities, etc. I just sort of realised, a bit of a light bulb moment, that maybe I can do this, I can actually get to where I want to be. Even at my age, I've still got a decent career ahead and I wanted to choose the right course to get into the right job. I found it so easy to pick up the phone, speak to someone in the construction department at Blackburn University Centre, and they just invited me in for a chat. From there we worked out what course that I wanted to do and basically got me a place on that course. In a nutshell, it felt really good to retrain. When I finally got the job that I trained for, well, it did feel great. So yeah, I was very happy to be offered that job.
My name's Scott Knowles. I'm 46 and I'm currently a counsellor psychotherapist. After I was made redundant, I decided to retrain. Blackburn University Centre made me feel welcome from the first phone call. From the first time I spoke to somebody and asked about the courses, they were really warm, they were really friendly, they made me feel like I could do it straight away. I knew it was going to be a natural fit. Basically, I was able to concentrate on being the best student that I could, and the college took care of everything else. When I finally got the job that I'd been training for, it was an incredible feeling. I felt elated. All those years of training are now starting to pay off. It was wonderful. Blackburn University Centre gave me all the tools I needed to move forward with my life.
My name is Viola Mbamaro. I'm 28 years old and I work as a chef. What I was doing before I trained at Blackburn University Centre, I was a full-time mom. I stopped college when I had my daughter and I was working as a part-time support worker. Obviously, I wanted to set a good example for my daughter, so I really wanted to go back into professional cooking. I got an opportunity at Blackburn University Centre. At first, it was difficult, then it became normal, then it became fun. Even when I felt like I wanted to drop out, I would say they didn't give me a chance to do that. They had so much confidence in me that I can do it. If I was going to do it again, going back into education, I would definitely go back to Blackburn University Centre.
Hi, welcome back. So my name's Chloe, I'm part of the school liaison team at Blackburn College, and I'm joined with Ben, who's the head of marketing. So we're here to answer the next round of questions that have been being submitted throughout the event. Remember, you can still use a live chat function to answer questions throughout, and one of our advisors will be on the other end to answer those questions. These next round of questions are a lot more general, so we feel that these will help quite a lot of students which I really have quite a lot of these questions, so they might not have thought to ask some of these questions. So the first question that we have is from Millie May. And Millie May wants to know how different college will be from school.
Okay, Millie May, so that's a really good question. It's actually a question we get asked a lot. So in some ways, college will be completely different from school. You won't have to wear a school uniform. No bell will ring at the end of your sessions. Okay, you won't necessarily come into college every single day, and not all of your lessons will start at the same time every day. But just like school do, we'll still expect you to work hard, we'll still expect you to behave. If at any point in time your tutors feel that you could be doing better, that you could be trying harder, then of course we'll be in touch with your parents, be in touch with your mum and dad. We still send home reports. We also make sure that parents are able to access an online portal so they can see your attendance. So some things like that are very similar to whilst you're at school. The big difference is that here you'll be studying something that you really want to study. So if you want to become a graphic designer, you might choose to study a course that's just about graphic design. So hopefully, because it's something you want to do, you'll really enjoy it and you'll try hard at it, and therefore you'll do really well at it. If you're going to study A-levels, you'll choose 3 A-levels with us, but these will be subjects that you're interested in, that you want to do yourself, and therefore we hope that you will enjoy them and you'll try hard because they're ones that you've specifically chosen, rather than being ones that your school has told you that you have to do. Okay? In terms of your day, as I've already said, it might be that you start a little bit later than you normally would do when you were at school, but you still have break times, you still have lunch times, but you will have a little bit more freedom throughout the course of the day. And the whole idea of that is that we will prepare you for going to university. So when you study at Blackburn College, you'll study on our campus. You won't necessarily have all of your lessons in the same building all of the time. So it's a really good introduction to studying at a university or studying at a larger institution where you get a little bit more freedom than you do at school. So I hope that answers your question. It's a really good question, and it is a question that we get asked a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question that we received is from Fabia. And Fabia wants to know if she can study a vocational course and an A-level at the same time.
Okay, Fabia. So the simple answer to this question is yes, you can. But before we say to you, yes, you can, what we'll want to do is talk to you about what your career aspirations are. What we find is that most students don't necessarily need to study a vocational course and an A-level at the same time, because either A-levels will provide a route or vocational studies will provide a route as well. So it really depends on your career aspirations. All vocational technical courses also allow you to access university as well, and in some instances there are certain universities that do like you to have an A-level alongside, but really it comes down to your timetable and your individual choices of what you want to study. So that's really a question that we need to talk through with you in person, particular to enrolment, because we'll ask you lots of questions around your career aspirations, and whatever course you enrol on, we will make sure that it is the right one for you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so the next question we received is from Ishan, and Ishan wants to know what the average day is like at Blackburn College.
Okay, so there's no such thing as an average day at Blackburn College, Ishan, but most of our students, their day will start by travelling into college. It might be that they get dropped off by their parents, but many students will travel in by bus. We've got a bus stop right here on campus, and we also offer reduced price and subsidised bus passes so that you can get here quite easily no matter where you live. Okay, for many students, the day will start by maybe having a free breakfast or getting a coffee from one of our many Starbucks outlets on campus, and after that it will be time to go to your lessons. So just like you used to in school, there will be a break in your lessons when you can stretch your feet and wander around and maybe go and get another drink, and there will also be a lunch time as well. Now the sessions that you do at college will of course depend on what you've chosen to study. As an average day, you will have some theory sessions, but you'll also have some practical sessions as well, especially if you have chosen a vocational or technical subject. So for example, you've chosen to study hairdressing, you'll absolutely be using our hair and beauty salons and using professional equipment in order to make sure you're picking up practical skills. So your day will be quite different to your average day at school. Okay. In terms of your finish time, it will depend by the course, but you will have some breaks, and you might find that actually you finish a little bit sooner on some days than others and a little bit later on another day. The other thing to bear in mind is that many of our courses include work experience or include volunteering. So in some days you will find that you are doing different activities. If you're studying health and social care, for example, you might find that in some days you're out on a placement. So really every single student's day will be a little bit different depending on the time of year, depending on the day of the week, but we are absolutely certain it'll include theory, it'll include practical sessions, you'll have the opportunity for breaks and to see your friends as well.
So we've actually received quite a few of the same question from a number of students, and quite a few students want to know the process of becoming a student and joining the college, like how do you become a Blackburn College student?
Okay, so this question has been asked by a lot of year 10 students. So if you're in year 10, this answer applies to you. If you're in a different year or you're at a different stage, it will be slightly different. So this is for if you're in year 10 right now in June, okay? So your journey to Blackburn College is likely to start by having a look around college. We usually hold open events in October and November, and some later in the year as well, and for many of you that will be your opportunity to visit Blackburn College face to face. But you don't have to wait to the open event in order to have a look around. Bear in mind you can go onto our website, which is blackburn.ac.uk, and already be looking at some of the courses that we offer and be thinking about what you might want to study. Every course that we offer has a course leaflet online, and you can read more about the course and also the individual units that you'll be studying. That'll give you a little bit of a flavour of some of the courses that we offer and some of the careers that they then lead to. Of course, that's nothing compared to actually coming to have a look around yourself, but it might help you when you do come to attend an open day so that you know exactly which area at college you're looking at. So you've researched your course and you've come along to your open day. The next step will be to apply. So you can apply online, and you apply directly to the college just by going through our own website. Your school career advisor will help you with your application, okay? You will fill in all of your details and then that gets sent to us, and really you should look to apply by really at the latest the end of January next year. Now you can still apply after that, but we would like you to apply by the end of January so that we can make sure we interview you and confirm your offer of a place on a course a long time in advance of your GCSEs. It's so that you know what you're doing, and when you do your GCSEs, we want you to be thinking about your GCSEs and not about your college place. So it would be great if you could do that by the end of January. You won't actually enrol at college until you've got your GCSE results. So we will make you an offer of a place on your course based on your predicted grades, okay? And then you will enrol in the August. Okay, so you'll be able to enrol online, but you'll also probably be able to visit us face to face and have a look around college at that time as well. But you won't actually enrol until it comes to August next year. Before then, we'll be giving you all sorts of information. We'll be keeping in touch with you regularly, but you'll get much more information about when your first day at college will be, which building you'll go to on your first day, are there any specific types of kit and uniform that might be useful for you to get. All of those things that we can sort out. But your first stage is really be thinking about what you want to study, have a look online at our website and also then attend one of our open days in October and November.
Okay, yeah. We've also received quite a lot of questions about entry requirements and what our entry requirements are for different courses.
Okay, so we get asked this question a lot as well. The simple answer is that when you've been onto our website, every single course that we offer has an information sheet about it. And every single information sheet or every bit of course information online also says what the entry criteria are. So you need to just be thinking, what course do I want to study? Choose the course and then have a look at the entry criteria. If you're interested in studying A-levels, our minimum entry criteria that you need to have 5 GCSEs at grade 4 or above, and that has to include a GCSE at grade 4 or above in maths and English language. Now you might find that some courses specify that you have to have a particular grade in a particular subject. So if you want to study A-level maths, for example, as part of an A-level programme, you will absolutely need to have a grade 5 in GCSE maths, not a grade 4. So the simple answer is think about the course that you want to study, choose your course online and have a look at the entry criteria. But here's one of the great things about Blackburn College. Blackburn College is a really large college and we've got courses at a range of levels. So if you choose a course but then you don't manage to get the entry criteria for that course, I feel pretty certain that we will have another course that you can go on. So you can still study childhood studies or early years, for example, but you might start at level 2 rather than level 3. It might take you a little bit longer and you might be with college a little bit longer, but I feel very confident that we'll be able to choose the right course for you and you will still get into the job that you want to do at the end of it. That's one of the great things about Blackburn College. We offer lots of courses at lots of levels, so there's always a route into certain courses depending on your entry criteria.
Okay, thanks Ben. So that is the end of the questions that have been submitted throughout the event. Remember that you can still use the live chat function and you can submit questions throughout the event and one of our advisors will get back to you. So thank you everyone for submitting those questions. There were some really good questions in that chat and we hope that everyone has found those answers useful and it has cleared up some queries that you might have had.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
our new All About You support offer. Are you currently in Year 10 and thinking of joining Blackburn College in September 2022? If so, you'll be interested in our all-new student support package. Our new improved student support package is all about you. If you're aged 16 to 18 and you enroll at Blackburn College in September 2022, we'll tailor the support we give you to your own needs. Meet Jordan. Jordan's going to be joining Blackburn College next year and lives in Accrington. He's worrying about how he's going to afford a bus pass. For Jordan, we're going to help him get a reduced cost bus pass to help him with his journey to college. Meet Mariam. Mariam lives really close to college and wants to walk to her lessons. She doesn't need a bus pass, but really needs help buying some stationery and IT kit to help her with her studies. That'll be where we step in. Finally, meet Kian. Kian would like some help accessing reduced price and free college food whilst he's on site at Blackburn College. So that's how we'll help him. Our message to you is simple. If you choose Blackburn College in September 2022, we'll do our best to help you get the financial support you need to succeed.